Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house. And today I've got Leatherman Free P4 up against the Leatherman Charge Plus TTI in the house. But hey, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content. So let's check these guys out because they're pretty cool. Both very expensive multi-tools from Leatherman. We have like new generation here and old generation here up against each other. Let's see where the evolution went. Let's compare them and see if you can decide which one to buy if you're indecisive on which one to buy. So this is the Free P4. This is the Charge in titanium plus. And first of all, you can see the size. These two guys are very similar in size, but the Free P4 is a little bit bigger. Not as big as the Surge, as you can see right over here next to the Charge. Let's do it like that. Or, for example, you can see like this is the also Free Series. This is the K4, but you can see that this is a big boy. Also, Free Series, we've got the T4, but also you can see that this is kind of like a smaller one. So not too big. These are medium-sized tools. Of course, this is not a medium-sized tool. This is like a keychain kind of thing. This is Squirt PS4, but you can clearly see the difference right there. Also, there's like couple of instantly recognizable difference from the outside. This is the clip side, so they are both sporting deep carry pocket clip, but this guy is, of course, both are stainless steel and polished. This is the newest version, which is employed here in the K series. It's employed in the T series. It's the same exact pocket clip with the screws that are kind of not really flush with the pocket clip like they are in here. As you can see, these are much more flush than these. So these might get stuck like in the pocket. They might snag into some fabric, but not a huge deal. This is gonna be like deep carry up to here, whereas this guy is completely deep carry. It's gonna be completely buried down in the pocket. So just consider that. And also consider that in this case, we've got titanium scales, which are stone washed, sorry, in the flats, and they have this desert floor kind of leopard pattern going on both of them, and it's gonna give pretty hardness, resistant. It's of course, titanium is lighter than steel, but it's pretty strong material and very durable, of course, especially in this stone wash kind of finish. Also, like as I was saying, the pocket clip, you need to unscrew this guy out if you want to remove it, whereas this guy is just hinged. With this guy, you just push it and it's gonna be very easy and straightforward to remove it. Let's check them out because they have they're sharing some philosophies, but some things are pretty different. Because as you can see, this guy over here has all the tools on the outside, whereas this guy on the outside has only 4 tools. I'm saying all, but this is not really all, almost all the tools. So let's check them out. From this side over here, you've got your saw for the Free P4, and you've got the serrated blade with the cutting hook right over here at the tip for the Charge. So very, very different tools. Where is it? Right over here. The serrated blade on the P4 is on the other side of the multi-tool, and there's no hook over here. It's a little bit shallower, and it's basically the same kind of steel, which is 420 HC. which is the steel that Leatherman is employing in pretty much all of their multi-tools. The serrations are really similar. There's like a hole for both in the blade to have one-handed kind of deployment, like so. All right, and also of course here like so. What is really different, of course, is the locking mechanism, because in this case you've got this new technology which is spring-loaded. You see, like that. You have to push this back, and then you're gonna have like the blade just rotating up against that, and when you see the blade hits the end of that, boom, the lock is snapping in place. And same thing, you see, it locks in place when the blade is fully open like that. So nice and reliable and secure, one-handed opening right there. This is most likely like similar like a liner lock kind of thing, with this scale acting as an over-travel stop for the lock. So you just have to push it and just bring the blade in the closed position. So very different locking mechanism. Also, so we set this guy. On the other side over here we have the scissors, and on this side over here we have the file, which is metal wood file, like metal saw over here, and diamond coated file on this side right over here. So different positioning, because we have some nice and pretty strong and durable scissors, I have to say, over there. If you turn around the tool, like here, you're gonna find the main cutting blade for the Leatherman Charge, which is a beautiful S30V steel, and in this case we have a matching tool positioning for the free P4. So what is going on here? Here we have a Wharncliffe blade, nicely chamfered in the spine, hollow grind, satin and stonewash flats, basically 40% belly straight up to the sharpening choil, really beautifully done, 420 HC steel going on. Whereas here, you've got a S30V, a nice drop point blade, beautifully chamfered, hole with a little bit of chamfering going on, and basically satin all the way, like primary bevel and flats, still satin. 20% belly, straight up to the very, very minuscule sharpening choil over there. Lengthwise, these two blades are pretty different, because you can see the P4, it has a longer handle, look at this, but shorter blade. How about handle to blade ratio? Like in the open position they are the same length, but of course this is packing much more cutting edge than this one. This is Wharncliffe hollow grind, drop point flat grind. So main difference for the main blade right there, of course, locking mechanism is the same. Up here we said we have the serrated edge for the P4, whereas we have the wood saw right over here for the Charge. It's a little bit flexible, it's not like a thick stock, but it's just what it is. Here you have this guy going on. Here you have the saw, which is on the other side. And if you compare it with the Charge, you can see that this guy is even thinner. Okay. Sorry, this is not what I'm talking about. This is the file here. Sorry, it's on this side over here. And you see that they are, sorry, this is thinner and this is a little bit thicker. I don't know if you can appreciate that right there. So P4 is sporting just a slightly thicker wood saw on the outside. And for the Charge, we are pretty much done on the outside for the tools, except for this little thing over here, which is the lanyard hole. It's hinged, so it's pivoting around this, and you can just pull it out. It's not like the easiest to pull out, but of course it's useful as a lanyard hole that you can use for your paracord or whatever, and then just you can push it down like that, and it's nicely flushed. So In this case, we don't have a linear hole because the mechanism, like the design of the end is just done so that you cannot have it. So these are just the tools, okay? So the P4 is sporting all the tools on the inside. So what you find here in the charge on the inside, you're gonna have on the outside of the P4, and it's gonna be again one-handed deployment, so like that. You just push these little hooks like so, all right, and they pop up. And on this side, you are presented with two tools, package opener right over here, and medium size flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver with bottle opener over here. Whereas in the charge, you're gonna have on the same side, let's say, can opener and bottle opener and wire stripper right over here for the charge. Plus, you're gonna get a Leatherman bit holder over here, so you can have like a plethora of bits that are employable with this kind of tool. So really cool. On the other side of the P4, you are presented with 4 tools. All right, you're gonna have this pretty cool, let's say like this, and this side over here is gonna be like that. So basically, you have 3 sizes flathead screwdriver, like medium, let's say small, medium, and ultra small, with an awl included over here, can opener, package opener going on over here as well. And you can actually see that the charge is pretty different, sporting like a set of scissors. They're small, but still they are there, not comparable with the P4, of course. The P4 has a full set of scissors, like can't compare these two guys, but they are using one main slot for the P4. Here you have these 3 screwdrivers. Here you just have one, which is a little bit thicker compared to the medium size one on the P4, and this is sturdier. But here you have another tool which is holding this very tiny Phillips head or flathead screwdriver, ideal for like glasses or very small things. In order for the scissors to be closed, you need to fold them like that and just deploy them, just close them in the closed position like that. These 4 tools are pretty thin. You have a nice file over here, wood and metal. This can be also used maybe like to pry something out, we said. And also you have like it's really tiny ruler, inches and centimeters, whereas here the ruler is right over here on the handle. So it's not really comparable. I mean, I don't know the utility of this, but just if you want to measure some very small things. And then basically, I mean, you have the main tool of the multi-tool, let's say, which are the pliers. Very different pliers again, because here in the P4 you've got needle nose pliers, regular pliers, and you have, of course, the replaceable wire cutter and hard wire cutter right below, and also you have an electrical crimper underneath for both. So same functions basically, but you've got a couple differences. So the charge, which is this guy, is employing like some thinner and more precise needle nose pliers, and there's like this hole which is creating, to my opinion, some weakness point right over here. In this case, you have just a full body, jaws, and there's no material removed, so it's gonna have to be stronger. Also, they are beefier, so it's gonna be stronger, simply, and more durable and more heavy-duty oriented than this guy over here. But of course, you see that the size also is smaller. All right, and also you have to consider the comfort of the tools. Okay, so you can see that these sides, when open, are nicely rounded off on both tools. But here, if you have to do like if you check like this, the flex that I can introduce in the charge and the flex that I can introduce in the P4, here you have much more flex. A lot more than this one. But this guy over here has these sharp edges. So if you're gonna hold it like this, it's gonna kind of dig in the flesh of your hand, whereas this guy has more rounded ends. Look at this. So which one is gonna be more comfortable? Of course this one, which is feeling more durable. Of course, the P4, because it has been engineered differently and with the newer technology. Also, like the deployment, check this mechanism here. You see, you open, and then that and this detaches, and this is like free spinning. Basically, there's no resistance, and to close this in place, you got a magnet over here and keeps this in place. So basically this one you can just do like this with one hand and be kind of able to wing it one hand. To close it, it's easier with two hands. Maybe you can use your thigh, but still, this is gonna be absolutely two-handed opening because of the friction that is being created in this point over here. When you open, you see, look at this point over here. You see, you have to push it and keep it in that position, so you're gonna be able to use it as a set of pliers. Same thing, to close it, you're gonna probably need two hands. But I mean, both are very, very cool options from Leatherman. Over 20 tools for this guy, 19 tools for this one. They are both very, very high quality multi-tools. This is a little bit smaller, a little bit more versatile because of the option to use different bits. This is more ergonomically modern, let's say. There's a newer technology. You have to keep in mind, of course, that there's a magnet, a set of magnets over here, so they might attract some little metal shards or some metal parts to that, so keep that in mind. This is old school. You're not gonna go wrong with any of these two guys because they are really nicely done. They feel very robust. They look super cool. I mean, come on, these are super cool tools, and they can be pretty useful in a very, very wide array of situations. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.